Hi guys, okay, today I want to talk to you about authenticity, about being authentic, being your true self. This is something that I am passionate about, maybe a little obsessed with, and it's something that I've really thought a lot about over the last few years. Certainly being in business and being being in this online space where there is so much access to different types of people, and some people you'll really connect with and some people you just don't get it at all. So it's made me really assess how I live my life and if I'm living authentically and true to myself. And you might hear the word authentic get sort of bandied around quite a lot, and maybe it's become one of those buzzwords. I hope it hasn't, because I actually like the word authentic or real, I guess. But authenticity, what does it mean? How will you know if you are being true and being yourself? Well, I think we do know when we're being real. And the way that we know is that it feels easy. It doesn't feel like you have to try that hard. You just have to be yourself. Maybe you have to be a good version of you, but you don't have to feel like it's a stretch or fake, or that we have this natural intuition, and when we listen to it, when we actually don't fight it and we tune into ourselves a little bit, our gut knows when we're being real. And whatever sphere you are in, whatever job role, or if you go to school or whatever it is that you do, you know whether you're being true to yourself. So if you're in school, if you're going with people that really sit with you, if you're in with the bad crowd and you feel like, actually this isn't really who I am, this is not sitting well with me, or if you're in a job role that you're acting in a certain way that again doesn't feel true to you, then you'll know that you're not being authentic, because you will feel it deep inside you. There'll just be a level of unrest. That's the only way that I can really put it. And I have been in that space as well. So a few years ago, I worked alongside a network marketing company. And during that time, I found myself, and this is not against network marketing, I have lots and lots of love for people that do network marketing. I think it's a great platform for people. And I made good money with it, and there was no, there's no animosity towards that particular way of making money. But what I found is within that space that I was being told to do things in a certain way, and because I was new to it and it wasn't something I'd done before, I wanted to learn, and I was willing to learn, and I was listening to those that are at the top of their game, and I was being told you must follow those people that have been doing it before because that's why they're successful. And I was going, okay, I guess that's the way. Now I'm willing to learn, I'm open to that. But something just didn't sit right with me. There was just that unrest. Unfortunately, I pushed through that unrest, and there was definitely a time when I wasn't being authentic to myself. It wasn't an intentional thing where I thought I'm going to be untrue or unreal, but there was something that wasn't quite right for me, and I was trying to force something and maybe be a certain way that just felt too hard and just didn't sit right with me. And ultimately, I found that way of working really, when I tuned in, I actually found that wasn't my route, it wasn't my journey, and it wasn't something that I continued with. But that was a time for me when I really recognized that when you tune in and listen to yourself, you really know whether you're being true or not. Now I know that I live my life completely and utterly as authentically as I possibly can. Now that doesn't mean that I don't try and be my best self or try and learn, or but what I do is that I stay open to being wrong. I stay open to changing my opinion, and I'll be honest about that. And that's why on my YouTube channel and across social media, I try to be as honest as possible. That's why I talk about the death of my husband and living in hospice. That's why I talk about my feelings, why I talk about business, why I talk about mindset stuff, because what I'm telling you now, maybe I can't say whether in 3 years time I don't go, actually you were chatting shit. You have to be honest with that, because as people we are always growing and learning, and my aim is just to live my life as freely as possible and to be happy. It's really as straightforward as that. And I don't feel that I am in my happiest space when I'm not being myself. It's just too hard, isn't it? You know, it's much nicer to just relax and be yourself, and the right people will come to you. And that's the way it is. The right people will come to you if you're in a good space and you're open and honest and vulnerable and all of those things. And I look at some, you know, and what is authentic to me is not authentic to you. You must remember that. So if you maybe look at me and you go, oh, she seems okay and stuff, and then you try to be me or your version of me, you will never be me. You will only be the best version of you. And that's a good thing, because you're brilliant at being you. And if you try and be me, you'll be a rubbish version of me. You'll be a better version of you. So do that, do more of that. And authentic to you might be, I mean, authentic to me is truly chaotic, up and down, sometimes hyper, sometimes quiet, nerdy, intense, sometimes passionate. I think chaotic. Chaotic comes to it. You know, these are traits of mine. I will be that person that walks into a room with a million bags with bags in them and another bag in them, and then drops a cup of tea on the floor and there's a spill down their top. That's me. That's who I am. And I've tried to fight that before and it just doesn't happen. It's just not who I am. I have to accept that and laugh at that and just go with it. Whereas some of you guys might be those lovely people that just sort of glide into a room like angelic film stars of days gone by, with this like waft of perfume and glowing. No, that's not me. I'll probably have mascara down my face and something in my teeth. That's just the way it is. You know, you might be, that might be authentic to you. And I think we get so used to seeing so much online, especially on, I'd say Instagram's probably the most, you know, clean cut, and everyone's lives are so perfect and well lit and like lovely, and I can't do it. And I've looked at my Instagram and I've been like, yeah, no, you know, Holly, if you want to take this seriously, you've got to get themes, and you've got to make them look good, and you've got to make it look better. And then I'm like, like, I just want to be real with you, and I just want to give you, surely the point of social media is to be social and give people a snapshot into your world and to share and connect. And I do that, and you know what, I think it'll connect with the right people. And if you're subscribed to this channel, which you should be, then you probably think it's all right, and I'll just continue to do it in a way that seems to have worked for me. And it might not be perfect, and it might not be clean cut and well lit always, but I do my best. Sometimes I'm well lit, a bit. But yeah, just remember that even those beautifully clean cut and perfect people online aren't always that, and sometimes that is authentic for them. Some people are lovely and clean cut and perfect in their real lives, but it ain't me. So yeah, authenticity, just go and be yourself, because you will be the best version of you. There is no one else like you. And trying to be somebody else, you will only ever be a poor man, a poor woman's version of that person. So just go and be you. It is your life. It is, live it in the way that is free and lovely and authentic to you, whatever you are doing. And it will just be easier. Okay, I'll speak to you all soon. Peace.